Welcome back to the home of the Senior League Softball World Series, Lower Sussex Little League Complex in Frankfort, Delaware. The Philippines, fresh off an 8-3 win over Brazil just about 45 minutes ago, are back in business. They have Pennsylvania, who represents the East region, and they are looking for their first win of the week. You can see there the East down at the bottom, that's Pennsylvania. A win would put them right in the mix of Pool A. There will be 4 games played by each team in pool play. The top 4 in each pool advance to the 8-team single elimination format that starts in just a few days here in Delaware. Philippines coming off that impressive win over Brazil, who won last night over South Carolina, and it was Erica Gonzalez, their two-way star, that got it done.
And she was incredible in the circle. 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, but she also herself had 3 hits on the day. She literally did it all for her team, and now she's starting at first base for them, trying to give them another look, but it was the Erica May Gonzalez show in Game 1.
Question is, can Pennsylvania respond? It was one thing they did last night well. All 5 of their runs were scored in the final 3 innings. They got 2 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th. 8 total hits in the game. They did fall 9-5 to the host team Delaware in front of a great home crowd last night. Nina Brewster pitched and hit. Got it done offensively for them with a base hit and a pair of RBIs, and she will slot into the cleanup spot in the midst of 7 consecutive right-handed bats. It's really kind of opposite of the lineup that you will see for the Philippines, which a lot of their batters come from the left side.
Absolutely. There's a ton of lefty batters for the Philippines, and you can see for Pennsylvania, they've kind of sandwiched their right-handed batters in between the lefties, trying to give them, you know, at the top and the bottom of the order, try to roll it over, continue the innings for them from those positions in the lineup.
So they got a great performance from Erica Gonzalez in Game 1. Now we will see Princess Liza Siosun, and she is their lefty. Their number 2 arm takes to the circle, trying to replicate what we just saw. This is a team that in the region tournament outscored their opponents 111-0. So this is a great pitching staff.
And she's extremely smart with her pitching as well. That's one thing that they wanted us to notice. She's a smart pitcher. She's going to work a rise, a change, drop, and curve, but it's that high IQ on the mound that allows her to know when she needs to put pitches where and different placements, but she's going to need to give them a really good start in the circle.
Jocelyn Jordan will lead things off for Pennsylvania, fouls that off, and it's an 0-2 count for Siosun. Jocelyn Jordan, 15 years old, from Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania. That is where this team is based out of, Conneaut Lake Area Little League. They beat Connecticut in the East Region Championship to get here. Connecticut was the team that represented the East last year. Off the end of the bat, slow roller to the shortstop, Evangelista. That is over the head of the first baseman. It's the speed of Jordan that put the pressure on the throw.
And that's absolutely right. This is hit so slow off the end of the bat. You can tell Jordan is just caught out in front. And then Evangelista recognizes this as she's fielding the ball. She knows she needs to speed up, and because of that, an errant throw.
Josie Mahokey at the plate, the third baseman for Pennsylvania. That is high for ball 1, so good speed on the bases for Jocelyn Jordan.
Mahokey went 2 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. She's got another great bat for Pennsylvania in the lineup.
Reached 3 times in total yesterday with a walk as well, and jumps ahead 2-0 of Siosun. I was wondering with lefties, how long will it take a lineup to get acclimated to that? You just don't see nearly as many, but Pennsylvania looking comfortable in these first 2 batters, and a good hustle from Jordan to make it into second safely.
And Mahokey again is kind of caught out in front. She's ahead on this ball and hits it off the end of the bat, but just does just enough to get that ball into the outfield for a base hit.
Two on for Riley Beebe. Off the handle and caught in the air. It is not quite, no, it is a double play. It looked like Jordan might have gotten back, but Evangelista beat her to the base, and there are two away. We'll see if Pennsylvania wants to challenge. I think they will.
And this again, she just gets jammed up. This is softly hit, and then a poor read by Jordan at second base. What an effort by Evangelista diving in, trying to get that out.
Still talking it over with the umpiring crew. It's a great grab of her at second base by Melissa Evangelista.
And a heads-up play recognizing that Jocelyn Jordan was hesitant off the bag. She wasn't sure if that was going to drop, especially knowing that if it hits the ground, she has to advance to third. So she was kind of caught in between. And a great effort again by Evangelista diving in there.
Oh, right here.
They are initiating the review process right now. That close play at second base.
There we go, yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, the timeout, yeah.
Big call here because this completely changes the complexion of the top of the first inning. This could still be a great situation, first and second with one out, or it could be two outs with a runner on first base. Alongside the former Alabama star Allie Shipman, I am Chucky Kempf, finishing up day 2 here at the Senior League Softball World Series. Let's take a look.
It seems to me, especially with that pink sliding mitt that Jocelyn Jordan has on, which kind of gives you a little bit of extra reach, that she may get in there in time. Especially from that angle, it really looks like she gets there before. An interesting decision by Evangelista, the second baseman, to go in foot first like a slide, almost like she's the base runner. A lot of times you'll see people dive head first, glove towards the bag.
Yeah.
Still waiting word on this review. Looked like on the replay, the runner did get back safely.
And if they do overturn this and call her safe, this continues to be a really big inning for Pennsylvania. It would be one out, runners at first and second. You have that runner in scoring position and an opportunity still to put some runs up on the board.
This player says that the bases are wet.
And safe at second, so the call is overturned on the field, and it is first and second with just one out.
And that's a huge call for Pennsylvania, a huge momentum piece for them. It'd be a heartbreaker to go from first and second to all of a sudden it's two outs, runner at first. Now it feels like a fresh start, fresh opportunity for them.
Nina Brewster at the plate, dangerous bat. Pops this up. The edge of the infield fly rule shouted out by the home plate umpire, and there's two outs.
Good job by Siosen recognizing that that was a tough situation she was just in. A little bit of uncomfortable. She had to sit out there and wait a long time before she could pitch again, but she went right at the next batter.
Two away for Allison Kosinski. Kosinski swinging first pitch and fouls it away. Very talented hockey player as well as as well as softball. Swings through that pitch for strike two, and Siosen a pitch away from potentially getting out of a back-to-back singles to start this inning with nothing coming across.
Take two.
Kosinski, 15 years old. Actually, one of the older ones on this very young Pennsylvania team. Back to the pitcher. Siosen takes care of it. Great composure from the lefty in the circle. After back-to-back singles to lead things off, a couple pop-outs and a ground out to keep it level at 0. Going to the bottom of the first, we'll see the Philippines bats for the first time. can get it done. Saw that in game one. It was the bottom of their order that helped produce their first 2 runs. Adriel Herodias at the plate takes strike one, showing bunt, so maybe going to see some of that small ball right here. 15 years old, favorite athlete is Shohei Ohtani. That is a common theme on a lot of these teams, but definitely on the Philippines roster. Fouled back 0-2.
It's a good spot right there, especially 0-2. Go into that drop ball, you can see it kind of tailing down in a way. And because she has so many extra pitches to work with, being ahead in the count, she can afford to put that pitch off the plate.
Swing and a miss, and the runner goes, and it's a strike him out and throw him out for Pennsylvania. Molly O'Grady showing off the arm behind the dish.
I mean, talk about a battery right there. First off, the pitch from Riley Beebe. She's going to go to that drop ball, which is a really tough pitch for Molly O'Grady to make that throw, but she gets up so fast. It's that transition is so quick. And a laser beam throw for the strike him out, throw him out.
Sheena Joy Panteria at the plate. Takes the first pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side, now in an 0-2 count against Beebe. An unconventional 1-2-3 inning here if Beebe can get strike 3. And there it is, the backwards K, back-to-back strikeouts for Beebe to get out of the first, and we are scoreless after 1 between Pennsylvania and the Philippines. No, nothing doing in the first inning for either side. And both teams showing some good defense too. As leadoff back-to-back singles to start the first inning for Pennsylvania, which Princess Liza Siosen was able to smother with a couple pop-outs and a ground out, and then a little strike them out, throw them out for Pennsylvania.
And then the back-to-back strikeouts. So not only the strike them out, throw them out, but then the next batter struck them out as well. Seeing a lot of great stuff from both sides of the ball, defensively especially.
Kara Dugan leads off the inning against Seosun. Takes the first pitch for ball one, just a little high. Dugan, the team's leader in RBIs. Her favorite athlete is Sidney Crosby. I feel like he has to be in your top 3 legally if you live in the state of Pennsylvania.
Make it law requirement for you.
Fouls this away. A 2-1 count for Kara Dugan. Younger sister Alex is also on the team. Her special talent is that she can do a really good Mickey Mouse impression.
We had somebody yesterday say they could do a goat impression. Now Mickey Mouse. What's next?
Would you care to offer up an impression? Ground ball, it bounces up and off of Evangelista. Tough hop to handle there by the shortstop.
And we've seen this a few times on this field already. A couple of hops that are just nasty, and they've happened against the Philippines especially. This is hit really hard by Dugan, and just a hard read by Evangelista at shortstop.
Here is Alex Dugan. So back-to-back for the Dugan sisters in the lineup. Alex is the DP in this game tonight. Her favorite athlete is TJ Watt, another one. Dream job is to be a detective. Alex and Kara's dad is a Pennsylvania state trooper.
Well, and if you go back to Kara, she wants to be a crime scene investigator. So one's a crime scene investigator, and then one's the detective, so they can kind of work together.
I wonder if they planned that. Like, I wonder if they knew that that was what the other one was putting down. Strike 2 to the youngest player on this Pennsylvania team. It's one of the things Jamie Jordan, their manager, talked about. Felt like they might have caught some people off guard on this run. Turned a lot of heads in regionals. Jamie Jordan also said she's felt like there's been a different star every game on their path to the Senior League Softball World Series. And the team embraces that. They want the success of their teammates.
And they're okay if it's not them in that moment. They know that they can trust the person behind them.
Into right field, the Dugan sisters combining to give Pennsylvania back-to-back base runners for the second consecutive inning.
And this is a great piece of hitting. She's going to reach, especially coming out of the hand of a lefty. This ball is really far off the plate, and she gets just enough of it to poke a single in. Let's take a look here. See her hands reaching down for that. She doesn't even have to finish her swing. She just gets to extension.
And we are going to have a pitching change here in the second inning. The Carlene Santos entering the game for the Philippines when we come back. Carlene Jade Santos enters the game in the circle for the Philippines, 15-year-old from San Miguel. Dream job is to be an engineer, and they said she is a very confident pitcher in the circle.
And she's 5'10". She's a very tall pitcher, and she's going to be their fastest thrower. A lot of confidence, a lot of velo. She mainly just works north and south, got a rise ball and a drop ball, but it's because she has that length that allows her to get that velocity behind the ball.
It's the catcher, Molly O'Grady, already made her presence felt with her arm behind the plate. Takes strike one here. Big chance for Pennsylvania in the second consecutive inning, having runners on first and second and nobody out. Bunt to the right side of the field. Seosin has gone over to first base where we saw her in game one. Sacrifice bunt is successful though and advances both runners.
And this is textbook softball here, especially with no runs on the board yet. Being able to put down that sacrifice bunt, move those runners over and get them both into scoring position.
Seosin going to first, one of a few changes that they have made defensively. That sends Erica Gonzalez from first base out to center field. And it moves Relaine and Evangelista to left field from center. Swing and a miss, strike two, 0-2 count here to Nia Harrington. Down and away, ball one. Kara Dugan at third base, Alex Dugan at second base. And a 2-2 count. Nia Harrington, the right fielder, showing good plate discipline. Has three older sisters that all played. Dream job is to be a cardiologist. 2-2, foul tip, but into the glove and squeezed. It is a big out, number two.
Carlene Jade Santos going to that rise ball up in the zone. She kind of set it up. She went to that drop ball, then put that rise ball up out of the zone and then brought it just a little bit closer to get the swing.
First pitch strike. This is back to the top of the order. The dangerous Jocelyn Jordan at the dish. Team leader, menace on the bases. Just a couple of the superlatives Jamie Jordan gave us about her. In the air to shallow right center field. And just moved out there is Gonzalez and makes the long run in to make the play. Scoreless after an inning and a half. We'll see the Philippines coming to the plate next, looking for their first hit of the night. Last two games of the night underway right here on Layton Field, Pennsylvania and the Philippines. Another game going on just next door on Lions Field. First pitch of the inning retires Erica Gonzalez, and that is one that is tough to get out after a great game earlier today.
And talk about efficiency from Riley Beebe. One pitch, one out. Really seeming like she's settling in here. Back-to-back Ks in the last inning, and then first pitch, first out for her.
Good news for the Philippines. Erica Gonzalez went 3 for 4 earlier. First at bat, she got out. First pitch swinging fouled, out of play on the right side. Jax Fontias, the right fielder for the Philippines, at the plate. The guitar player and the old soul who collects vinyls. Bounced in, ball one.
Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks, Molly.
BB comes inside but low, and it's a 2-1 count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Mentioned this earlier in game one for the Philippines. It's a team that traveled 16 hours flying into San Francisco to get to the States. This is going to be a base runner for them. Fontias will reach on a bouncer up the middle. 16 hours they flew to San Francisco, had a layover there, then flew 5 hours across country to Philadelphia, which is about 2.5 hours north of where we are right now, before making the short trip down here. So, you know, about 23, 24 hours of travel time at least.
Nothing like just traveling for an entire day straight. That has to just be exhausting.
Rodolfo Iporong Jr. said it might be a little bit of jet lag. It's a 12-hour difference from here to where they are from in the Bulacan province in the Philippines. So would that be at 9 a.m.?
Just about, yeah.
Princess Liza Siosun at the plate. Fouled back for strike 2. Reached one time in the first game, walked. That came in the 7th inning of that win over Brazil. Fouls this away to stay alive. And strike 3 on the outside corner. And strikeout number 3 for Riley Beebe.
And like we said earlier, she just seems to be settling in. She's going to go back to that drop ball. And it really is going to cross over the plate. Molly O'Grady back there struggling to frame this one up. But I think that's a good call by the umpire. Crosses at the knees, hits some plate. I think the frame may have made it look more like a ball than it was.
There's a good spot there on the outside corner, right at the knees for strike 1. To Relaine Evangelista, started this game in center field, has since moved over to left field with Erica Gonzalez in center. She falls behind 0-2. Probably feels like a bigger game for Pennsylvania, sitting at 0-1 in pool play right now. Riley Beebe looks like she is locked in on the rubber. There is Another strikeout. 4 of them in the first 2 innings for Riley Beebe, who was just at shortstop last night, but looks really good in the circle tonight. Take a look over at Lions Field, the other game going on, and it is Delaware up early on Texas. This is Kamora Harris. She was exceptional last night when we saw her against this Pennsylvania team, and she's doing it again tonight.
I mean, and this Delaware team looks really, really good. They came in second place last year, so they feel like they have just something to prove, a little bit of the chip on their shoulder, and Kamora Harris showing that off right there.
Also, you see that crowd that's here to support the local team, the host of this event, Delaware? Folks have really come out. That's one of the things their coaching staff said, was that as they keep winning, the crowds will get bigger and bigger. There's Josie Mahokey, the third baseman, already 1 hit in the game, leading things off. It's the first time she has gone against Carlene Santos, who entered with nobody out last inning, faced just 3 batters, and got out of a jam. Mahokey takes strike 2.
Really good location there by Santos. Just kind of getting the bottom edge of the zone right at the knees.
Swings through that pitch. Strikeout number 2 in just 4 batters faced for Santos.
And she sets this pitch up so well. She goes to that pitch down in the zone before and then goes up in the zone with this one to change eye level. Just a really nasty pitch sequence right there.
Here's the pitcher, Riley Beebe, trying to help her own cause. 3 sport athletes, softball, volleyball, and basketball. Favorite food is watermelon.
Might be able to get some watermelon flavored snow cones behind us.
You already have ice cream, now you're requesting
I'm not
snow
saying
cones.
for me. Maybe tomorrow.
Takes a big cut at that 2-0 pitch. There's the snow cones from earlier. This is the one we saw with the sour straw draped over the top.
Yeah, tomorrow that's calling my name, for sure.
Another big cut, got her money's worth on those last 2 swings, and the count's even at 2-2. Gonzalez made contact with that one, and it's cut off in left field by Evangelista. That ball was ripped and very nearly got past Evangelista, would have went to the wall.
And we saw BB earlier in this at bat take really good cuts, and now she finally gets one a little bit more in her power zone. It's closer inside. She gets her barrel there, gets it out in front, and just smokes this ball to left field.
Nina Brewster squares to bunt, but pulls back. Strike one, runner goes, and that's going to go into center field. It's a stolen base for BB.
And you love to see the athleticism from the pitcher. They're going to go to a fake bunt steal here, so she's going to pull back all the way. They're stealing directly, and this throw just a little bit high and a little bit to the right of the bag.
Runner in scoring position for Brewster. Pennsylvania has had a runner in scoring position in each of the first 3 innings. See the confidence that Rodolfo Iporong Jr. and his staff were talking about with Carlene Santos in the circle. 1-2. This is driven to left field, and that is Evangelista, who was great in center field in game 1, covering a lot of ground. This outfield, especially now with her in left field and Gonzalez in center, has a ton of range.
That was a really impressive catch. She made that look easy, but she had to run a long way, and that ball was not hit softly either. That could have easily been a double in the gap.
Allison Kosinski takes ball 1 low. From Springboro, Pennsylvania. Wants to be a veterinarian. Jamie Jordan, their manager, said you can find her playing in the dirt always. To the right side, a spinner picked up by Siosun, and she steps on the bag to finish off the top of the third. Still scoreless through 2.5. Another chance for the Philippines. 8-9-1. It's been a good recipe for them today. Tie game, middle of the third inning, and the Philippines coming back to the plate. This has been the recipe for them today. They scored their first 2 runs against Brazil with 8-9-1 coming up in the order, and they did it in the exact same way. And it started with Melissa Evangelista walking in those first 2 frames.
It really was like deja vu. Watching those 2 innings back to back, there was a walk, a sac bunt, a ground ball to move somebody over, and then an RBI base hit. That's how it went 2 times in a row for them.
Ground ball, and that is picked up by BB. Throw to first in time. It is gathered by the first baseman Dugan, and she gets to the white base.
Good job there. Excuse me. Good job there by BB fielding her position. That was not hit softly at her. She had to show good reflexes there, and then a good job by Dugan sticking with that.
Through 2 1/3, she has seen just 1 above the minimum. A walk, and 1 batter has reached on an error. Ball 1 down and in to the pitcher now, Carlene Santos, who started this game in left field. There's been a lot of changes defensively. Outside 3-0 count here. Chance for Santos to turn it over to the top of the order with something to work with. That is a 4-pitch walk to Santos.
Really good at bat, being patient. You can tell part of their plan is show bunt and pull back until you get something good, until you get a strike, and then you can kind of adjust from there. But they are not afraid to put bunts down. They're not afraid to show bunt and pull back. Very crafty team from the Philippines.
Ball 1 to the leadoff. Reina Rose Evangelista walked her first time up, but was caught stealing. Great arm of Molly O'Grady. Evangelista's favorite softball player, Monica Abbott. One of the Tennessee legends, and then a longtime professional both in the States and in Japan, also with the U.S. Women's National Team. And a flamethrower.
Absolute flamethrower. One of the hardest pitchers I have ever seen in person.
It is ball 2. Did you ever hit off Monica?
No. Luckily. Thank goodness.
So did you miss Monica and you didn't play against Carlin Pickens either in college, did you?
1 year against Carlin Pickens. I was a senior when she was a freshman.
And then you caught one too, because we don't talk about Montana as like the flamethrower, but she throws so hard. That is off the helmet of Evangelista, who looks just fine as she jogs down to first base. It's back-to-back free passes with 1 out.
And you can see in between pitches, you can see Riley Beebe go into her rosin bag, so wondering if maybe the humidity, it's a little bit sticky out here, is affecting her control, her grip on the ball. That one just got away from her.
Ladril Aero Diaz, lady at the plate. Struck out swinging her first time up. That's high for ball 1. Pair of RBIs and singles in the first game their win over Brazil. A very close game for about 5 innings before the Philippines turned up the heat in the last couple frames.
And it was really a pitcher's duel. It was quite similar to what we're seeing here until just about the 5th inning when the Philippines really broke it wide open.
2-1, runners go, and just in to third base safely. It will also get Evangelista up to second base.
And honestly, this is a pretty athletic play by Molly O'Grady behind the dish. She does a good job of blocking and picking this ball. It's going to be down in the dirt to her left. She does a good job of getting up. Just the throw is to the left of third base. When you have your shortstop coming across, you have to put that throw on the right side of the bag so that she can make a tag.
How hard is it throwing when no one's there yet?
You got to think of yourself as, in that situation, like a quarterback. You're leading the shortstop into the throw, so you kind of have to predict where they're going to be. You have to know how fast they are. That's one of those that you have to practice a ton in order to get the timing right.
Quick break for Riley Beebe. Gonna drink of water in the circle. Chance for her to take a breath as well with runners on second and third with 1 away here in this 3rd frame. Strike 2, good spot on the inside corner and a bounce back from Beebe.
And a really good frame by O'Grady. The catcher back there getting around that ball and pulling it across towards the strike zone.
Ball 4, bases loaded here in the 3rd.
And the Philippines continuing to do what we've seen them do all day. It starts in the bottom half of the lineup. It was Santos that really led things off with that walk, and now they've got bases loaded. They're putting some pressure on.
Sheena Joy Pantaria at the plate. Struck out looking her first trip to the plate. Biggest spot in the game so far for either team offensively. Takes strike 1. Ground ball off of Beebe's glove. It's going to go into left field. Here comes the speedster from second. And Evangelista will score as well. It's 2-0 Philippines.
The Philippines, once again, not trying to do too much. Pantaria gets just on top of this ball, goes to extension and hits it hard enough that when Beebe tries to reach for it, it ricochets off her glove. And then a bit of an unlucky roll there that allows the trail runner to score as well.
Beebe comes back with strike 1 to Erica Gonzalez, and this is where things could really get dangerous because Gonzalez has been so hot today. 3 for 4 in the first game. And the one time she didn't get on was her first at bat, which is exactly what she did in this one. Grounded out her first trip up against Beebe. Bounced in, picked out of the dirt by O'Grady.
I mean, what an athletic play. That was incredible back there. And then the ability to get right back up just to make sure that the runner doesn't go. Look at her, she's gonna reach to her left, get all the way up immediately. Seamless. That's athletic back there.
1-1, ground ball right side, stays down, and she beats the throw, it gets away, and that's gonna go into the dugout. 1 run will score for the Philippines. Gonzalez will get to go to second, and there will be 2 more runners in scoring position.
And Gonzalez continuing to hit the ball so hard. This ball's at her eyes, and she still gets barrel on the ball, hits it so hard that Kaczynski at second base struggling to get a hold of it, but then Kaczynski picks it up with her glove hand. I think that's the key to that play. Trying to rush, you have to pick that ball up with your bare hands so you can make a smooth throw.
Still just 1 out in the inning. Jax Fontias at the plate. Reached on an error her first time up. This one stays in front of O'Grady.
Got a bit of a assist by the umpire back there too. You see him flexing, showing off his muscles.
I love it. 1-0 gets away. The runners won't test it. I just feel like with 1 out, maybe smart to just keep them where they are.
Well, and this backstop is so short. It's very, very close. So it would take a specific ball for you to be able to make it third all the way home. If the backstop was a little bit deeper, I'd say test it, but probably not on this field.
Ball 3. Jax Fontias, the guitar player, favorite band is Queen.
That is on brand for her.
Ball 4. Bibi actually fell down after throwing that pitch. Hopefully she's okay. A little hobbled after that.
Take a look here. Seems like, yeah, that front, that landing leg seems to have just given out a little bit, and it looks like it's a little bit uneven where she's been landing. May have just landed wrong, and then that's a really tough position for your body to be in if you don't land perfectly flat. The pitcher's mounds get beat up quite a bit. Pitchers are dragging that toe across. They're reaching out with that front foot and digging in.
It's a big spot for Bibi as she tries to gather herself. The base is loaded and 1 out. She will see a pinch hitter coming to the plate, 15-year-old Janeri Santos. Janeri had a joke that she wrote in her questionnaire. You want to hear it?
I'd love to.
Why don't skeletons fight each other?
Because they don't have the guts.
Did you look? Did you see it on my
No.
sheet?
Okay, that is a common question.
I've never heard that one.
We need to get you into like a comedy show or something.
I think they're telling that joke at a comedy show. One bounces away. The runners will stay put. I think I need to get you to a comedy show is what needs to happen. Is in there for strike 1. 1-1 count to Santos. and on top of that pitch, so it's a 1-2 count.
This is a good job of bouncing back by BB. She let one pitch go in this at bat where she kind of lost control, but now she's settling back in. She's going right through the zone.
Big pitch here in the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Needed that out number 2 with the bases loaded.
That is a beautiful drop ball by Riley Beebe. You can see her, she's gonna get on top of this pitch with her hand. You can see it tumbling down and away. That had 5-6 inches of drop on it. That is just a nasty pitch.
Relaine Evangelista leading off, or not leading off, seeing a first pitch ball, I should say. She is actually the last batter to come to the plate in the inning. They will have batted around if she can reach. It is upstairs, ball 2. Bounced in, and again, the runners will stay at their bases. 3-0 count.
Pennsylvania is kind of getting bailed out by how shallow this backstop is. If this were a different field with a deeper backstop, that may have been a few runs for them throughout this game.
Four-pitch walk will bring in the 4th run in the inning. It's an RBI for Evangelista. And they have batted around here in the 3rd. Will be a pitching change. Riley Beebe will exit, and they will bring in last night's starter, Nina Brewster, when we come back. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Nina Brewster enters the game, 15-year-old from Hermitage, Pennsylvania. She's also a golfer, and she started last night. Went the distance, gave up 7 earned runs against a very talented and dangerous Delaware offense.
And she's going to be a completely different look for them. Instead of going to that drop ball that BB was throwing, her primary pitch is that rise ball, so completely different half of the zone for this Philippines lineup.
In the air in foul territory, and that's going to land right at the base of the wall. Two outs in the inning, and the bases loaded. The Philippines have scored 4 runs. This inning actually started with a Melissa Evangelista ground out. It's up and in, ball 2. It's actually a 2-2 count, the home plate umpire says. Ground ball left side, that bounces up. And everybody is safe. Another run comes in. PB has gone back to short. That's a tough hop to deal with.
And the new girl finds the ball. That's usually how this goes. BB gets pushed over to shortstop, and this is well struck on the ground, takes a tough hop. We've seen that a few times today with hard hit ground balls that just take hops that are really difficult to play. I think that one maybe just charge it a little bit more, keep going through it.
Carlene Santos is the one that started this rally. She walked, she stole a base, and she scored the first run of the game. It's the second batter that came up here in the third inning. She is now the 11th batter that has come up in this inning. Strike one in the 2-0 count. Fouled back 2-2.
Good cut there by Santos. Just missing. Usually when you foul it straight back as a batter, that tells you just missed the ball.
Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will do it for the third inning, but things look a lot different after the bottom half of the third. The Philippines get 5 runs, and they are out in front of Pennsylvania in the final game of the night. "5-0 Philippines over Pennsylvania. The representatives out of the East region with some work to do as we start the fourth against the representatives out of the Asia Pacific region. Some defensive movement again for the Philippines. Relaine Evangelista is back in center field. Janeri Santos is now in left. As you saw, Erica Gonzalez has come back into first base. Leadoff hitter for Pennsylvania will be Kara Dugans. The Dugan sisters and Molly O'Grady due up here in the top of the fourth inning. There is strike one.
Dugan already with a hit this game. In a leadoff position as well. Back in the second inning. Looking to do that again here.
She's going to get out of play, and she'll be behind in the count 0-2. Really nice performance in the circle by Carlene Santos, who got put into a tough spot early in this game, had to enter in the second inning, but has only allowed one base runner since coming into this game, and it was a single. High for ball 2. We are back here tomorrow, 4 games again. We kind of alternate on these 4 days of pool play between 4 and 6 games. This was a 6-game day, 3 on each field. Tomorrow we'll have 4 games starting at 5 and 8 Eastern, playing on both fields as well. There is a strikeout. It's number 3 for Santos.
And she's going to go to that rise ball again. That looks really good today. You see her posture. She's going to get back underneath this ball and then spin it up through the zone. Really good placement there for a strikeout.
Now to Alex Dugan, who singled through the right side. Her first trip to the plate takes strike 1. This is on the second pitch as well, 0-2.
A little bit of an off speed right there. Going to that changeup. Haven't seen much of that today from either side. Good way to change the eyes of the batter.
Swings through that pitch, back-to-back strikeouts.
And I really do think it's that changeup before that sets up this rise ball strikeout. When you get that changeup down, it's going to feel really slow, and then that's going to speed up this rise ball. Up in the zone is going to feel so much faster than that changeup down in the zone. You can tell Dugan just caught late and underneath.
4 strikeouts. That one gets away from Santos. Got herself on the knee. We've seen that a couple times.
Couple times today, actually.
Happened in their favor, I guess you could say, with one of the Brazilian pitchers earlier today. So 1-0 pitch now to Molly O'Grady. 2-0. Molly O'Grady's favorite athlete, Caitlin Ohashi, the former UCLA gymnast. Just heading into the 8th grade this fall. You see some of the throws she makes behind the plate. It's hard to believe she's only going to be an 8th grader.
Very athletic behind the dish. We've already seen her drop and block, move to her left, pick up balls, make great throws. She's very mature as a player for her age.
And a 4-sport athlete, softball, basketball, volleyball, and then the Caitlin Ohashi favorite athlete is for a reason. She's also a talented gymnast. Two-two pitch on the way from Santos. Swing and a miss, and she strikes out the side. The 5th of the night for Santos.
And it's that rise ball that is just nasty. She has gone to that 3 times in a row now to strike out the side. You'll see it again here, leaning back, getting underneath that ball, and a beautiful pitch through the zone for her 3rd strikeout of that inning.
5-0 Philippines leading Pennsylvania going to the bottom of the fourth inning. And they have done that with just one hit. They have had 28 batters reach in their first 2 games of the week. 26 of them have been just one base, so single, walk, or hit by pitch, and that's what we saw a lot of in that third inning.
And we talked about how they're kind of the small ball queens. They're not afraid to lay a bunt down, lay a sacrifice. They love to see pitches. You'll see them go to that fake bunt, the bunt pull back early in counts to make the pitcher throw a strike. They are definitely crafty as a team.
This is their leadoff spot. Reina Rose Evangelista, and fouls that down the right side.
2, please. One ball, 2 strikes. Play.
Out in front of this pitch as well and fouls that away. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to start this fourth inning for the Philippines. Full count to Reina Rose. Out straight back, right at us, just below our RoboCam that's right in front of us here. There it is. Hello, Mr. Robot. And ripped right at the second baseman, Kosinski.
I mean, that ball was absolutely smoked. You could just hear it off the bat, how loud that was. It sounded like a cannon just right at the second baseman, Kosinski. But a good swing for Evangelista.
Ladril Aero-Diaz. Strikeout and a walk with a run scored in the game. Strike one. Ground ball, BB on the move, makes the play, 2 away.
Good play there by BB at shortstop. It took a few weird hops, but she hung in there, kind of ate those hops up and then continued onto the throw. Good job of learning the playing field. After seeing a few hops earlier in the game, she really charged that one and made a great play.
It's ball one high to Sheena Joy Panteria. She jumps ahead 2-0 in the count. For Pennsylvania, one of the things Jamie Jordan, their manager, said was they were super excited to meet the players from different countries and the different cultures. And so here is one of those matchups that you get with the Philippines. About 24 hours across the world. Just going to get out of play and foul for strike one.
And I think what's really interesting is just seeing the different style of play that we've seen from the Philippines. It's a little bit different than how Pennsylvania is playing their game. It's a lot more small ball. We mentioned it earlier. They just like to put the ball in play no matter how they have to. get on base any way you can. It's not about the big swing. It's about passing it down for the next batter.
This is skied out to left, and maybe gets lost in the lights. It'll land in left field, and the inning continues. Panteria into second base.
And that was an absolute towering fly ball. That hung in the air for a long time. And I'm wondering the same thing as you, is if the lights played a factor for Brewster in left field, maybe lost track of it for a half second.
Nina Brewster bounces back with strike one to Erica Gonzalez. 0 for 2 in the game, but she did reach on an error and score. And here she is again, right on cue. Extra bases and a run will score. Gonzalez into second. That is becoming a familiar sight for her.
We talked so much about the Philippines and their ability to play small ball, but Erica May Gonzalez, she has been the big bat for them. 2 doubles on the day, a multitude of RBIs, and she just gets a hold of this one. This is left over the plate. She gets her barrel out and around and drives it to the fence for an RBI double.
They are going to rule that back-to-back doubles for the Philippines. Is ball 1, so Fontias now has an opportunity. She has reached both times, a walk and on an error. Chases that pitch just a little bit. That's strike 1. She had a big smile on her face after that swing.
Sometimes that's all you can do. You realize you swung at a ball way out of the zone. You just got to laugh at yourself, learn from it, and keep going.
Outside corner for strike 2 for Nina Brewster. Fouled straight back. Swing and a miss. Brewster gets the strikeout to end the inning. One more run comes across in the 4th for the Philippines, and we go to the 5th inning. They are on top 6-0.
attention, pay attention. Go down.
Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. It is a beautiful night here in Frankfort, Delaware, wrapping up day 2. 6-0 Philippines lead Pennsylvania. It's the East versus the Asia Pacific region under the lights. Pennsylvania trying to mount a comeback, starting right here in this 5th inning. They have had their last 5 retired in order. Carlene Santos struck out the side last inning. This time a bunt. Santos backhands it and makes a strong throw over to first for out number 1.
Really, really athletic play by Santos, the pitcher. And you got to remember, she's 5'10". So she takes about 2 strides, backhands that ball, and then fires it across the diamond for an out.
So 1 away. She has retired 9 of the 10 batters she has faced since coming in relief in the 2nd inning. And you can make it 10 of the 11 batters she has faced. And this inning, it has come on just 2 pitches.
Saw it all the way.
Efficiency for Santos out there. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Talk about a quick inning so far.
Like the Philippines, little tradition in the circle when they come together after an out. Kind of put all their gloves up and somebody tosses the ball up for Santos to catch.
Even in between innings, before they all go out to their positions, they meet at the pitcher's mound first, kind of have a little bit of a huddle, get everybody together, and then go out to their positions. You can tell that this is just a team that really enjoys playing with each other.
You'd have to with all the traveling they've done. First playing their region tournament in Indonesia and then making the trip here to the States. It wouldn't be much fun if you did not enjoy being around each other.
Get stuck on a long flight across the ocean with somebody you don't like.
This is popped up on the infield. It is a 5-pitch inning for Carlene Santos, and she has retired 11 of 12 batters that she has faced since entering this game. Six nothing. Philippines coming back up, looking for more offense. They are even in the hits column. Philippines have been a little bit better defensively, and then it's been the free passes that have really helped produce these 6 runs.
And it's so interesting when you think about the Philippines offense. We've talked so much about small ball, but they managed to put up a ton of runs throughout this tournament, the last few weeks, the run differential for them, 125-3. They have scored 125 runs and only given up 3, which happened to be last game they gave up those 3. That is a ton of run production for a team that doesn't hit a lot of home runs, not a lot of extra base hits.
Another line shot right at Kaczynski.
That's the second one over there to Kaczynski that's had some heat on it. Another well-struck ball for the Philippines.
It's back-to-back innings that have started with a line drive right at Allison Kaczynski at second base. Philippines scored 5 in the third, 1 more in the fourth. That is strike 1 to Relane Evangelista. Chase that pitch for strike 2. Between Evangelista, who says her special talent is singing, and Jax Fontias on the guitar, we're halfway to a pretty good band.
Maybe we need a drummer left. Somebody play the tambourine.
You're throwing the tambourine in before you get a bass guitar?
A little bit of cowbell. Those are the instruments that maybe I could play.
You were thinking like school band, I think, when you went tambourine over bass guitar. I'm trying to put this whole thing together.
I'm not recreating Queen out here. Just trying to make a little music happen.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 count for Brewster. He's off the end of the bat and on top of the Pennsylvania dugout. Another foul ball. This whole process starts with local leagues or districts selecting their all-star teams, and you go district tournament, section tournament, state, province, or country tournament. And then the region tournament was what was right before this. So you feel like by the time you get to the region tournament, all your traditions and your superstitions are set. Pennsylvania actually found a new one. They found a Greek coin at the East Region tournament that represented victory. And now every player before the game touches that coin for good luck.
Man, I love the superstitions in this sport. There's so many different things. We've seen people that play with the same hairstyles, people that have to put their socks on in certain orders, people play with things in their back pockets for good luck. Whatever works.
Up the middle, and it's going to be a tough play. BB can't quite track it down. It's a single for Relane Evangelista with 1 away.
That was a really gritty at-bat by Evangelista as well. She had to battle for this. She's a little bit late to this pitch, but it works to her advantage. She just kind of sticks her barrel out there and hits it where no defenders are at.
Melissa Evangelista. Oh for 2, reached on an error. Second time she has faced Nina Brewster in the circle. That gets away, and Melissa will advance to second.
Another good opportunity here for the Philippines to keep adding to their lead.
Hunted out in front of home plate, and that is going to go into right field. Another run will score. Evangelista rounds second. She is headed for third, and she is in safely.
And that was kind of an interesting bunt tactic that she showed. Saw something a little bit different from her. Instead of sliding both of her hands up on the bat, she's going to keep both of her hands at the bottom and then just kind of poke at it here. Catches the defense off guard, recognizes the overthrow down the line, and then makes it all the way to third.
Santos shows bunt and pulls back. It is strike one. Swings through that and falls behind 0-2, trying to turn it over to the top of this order with just one out. It is off the handle and will hit the fence.
We mentioned it before, but this part of the order for them has been huge. Turning over the lineup, sacrificing people over, putting people in good positions, and now an opportunity for Santos to get an RBI as well.
Just under the RoboCam. Yeah, 7-8-9 in their win over Brazil. Reached base 6 times and had 3 sacrifice bunts, scored 4 of their 8 runs. This is driven to right field and caught on the run, but it will be deep enough to bring another run across. Nice grab by Harrington in right, but job done for Carlene Santos.
And Santos, who had 2 sac bunts last game, this time she gets the sacrifice fly. Drives that out to right field, deep enough to score a run. You're gonna see here, she's not gonna try to do too much again. Just goes with the pitch, puts it perfectly placed in the outfield, deep enough to score the RBI for the Philippines, but another sack for her on the day.
When they have gotten out, it's been productive, and often they haven't gotten out. Now it does turn over to the top of the order. Reina Rose Evangelista has reached twice on free passes, a walk and a hit by pitch, and then lined out. One of those 2 lineouts to Kaczynski at second base.
They just play really efficient softball. Everything that they do, it seems like there's a purpose. There's no wasted at-bats. Every at-bat produces in some way, shape, or form. And it takes a lot to get that type of buy-in from your team. Understanding that it's not about the home run power per se, it's about how can I be productive for the greater good.
Ramped up their training the last couple months, and it's paying off right now. Strike one in a 3-0 count. Another one out to right field, shallow. And a nice grab by Kaczynski at second. That'll wrap up the 5th inning. It is 8-0. The Philippines tack on 2 more in the 5th. We are into the 6th inning. It's the second day starting to wind down. Hitting the halfway point of pool play here in Frankfort, Delaware. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is when the single elimination format kicks in. So basically the quarterfinals on Friday, the semis on Saturday, and the championship game on Sunday afternoon. And one of these two teams make their way to that point. Philippines 6 outs away from starting 2-0. The defending champion Central Region representative Michigan looks really good again. Delaware were the runners-up last year. They are off to a tremendous start. Riley Beebe leads off the inning for Pennsylvania and fouls it back. It's a 1-2 count. One-two bounced in.
Really good hold there by Beebe. That's a tough pitch to take. You can see it falling off the table at the very last second. Out of the hand, that's gonna look really good until right about the time you're about to swing, and then it drops off.
Wait for me. Thank you. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Another foul ball. Gritty at bat here from Beebe, who is 1 for 2. Single, stolen base, was stranded on second. Back in the third. She is actually the last base runner for Pennsylvania with 1 out in the 3rd inning. 8 straight retired off the end of the bat and make it 9 straight retired for Santos. Let's look next door. Delaware and Texas 11-2, 2 on in the bottom of the 6th for Ava Brock, who goes down the left field line, and that will walk it off in run rule fashion for Delaware. They are now 2-0 to start the Senior League Softball World Series.
They are looking really, really good this year. We mentioned they finished 2nd place last year and feel like they have something to prove a little bit. And in these last 2 games that they've played, they have shown that they are out here to hit.
Nina Brewster takes strike 1, 1-1 count. How about 14 of 15 batters that Carlene Santos has faced? She has retired.
She has been phenomenal, and she really isn't overpowering with her speed, but it's that spin. You can see the movement on the balls. That one, a rise ball right there, but we've also seen her go to that drop ball that's gonna really drop off the table. She's gonna mix in a little bit of that off speed. She has just been really effective in the circle tonight.
Strike 3, Brewster goes down looking. It's strikeout number 6 for Santos.
And she's just really confident and comfortable in the circle right now. You can just tell she's got a little bit of a smile on her face right now. This just feels like another day at the ballpark for her.
Pinch hitter for Pennsylvania is going to be Abby Bender, 15-year-old from Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Carlin Pickens and Paul Skeens fan. Her favorite food that she put down is a seafood boil.
We're in the right part. of the U.S. to go find a seafood boil. We've seen a lot of crab shacks around here.
Their manager, Jamie Jordan, called her Abby Sender Bender. I think it's for like a big swing, right?
Yeah.
Trying to break up what is 10 straight retired. Swings through that for strike 2. Popped up, and that's going to get down.
Santos, because she's 5'10", when she takes her stride out of the circle, she really gets to the batters fast, and so that spin rate, that speed, all of that just feels heightened for these batters as well.
A difference in the speeds of those last 2 pitches.
And that's tough when you have a pitcher that's going to mix speeds and spins. You have to really zone in, pick a speed, pick a spin that you're going to sit early in the count.
That'll get out of play, foul, still 2-2. This is Ali Kaczynski. Favorite player is Abby Bender, who's pinch hitting for Ali Kaczynski. Another pop-up. Panteria behind the plate, a little more ready for that one. She tried to get back there. Tell you what, tough day for a catcher in a doubleheader, essentially.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of innings in a squat behind the plate. Hopefully can get some good rest tomorrow.
Swing and a miss. Panteria places the tag, and that'll do it. 11 straight retired for Carlene Santos and 7 Ks.
And Santos, she's gonna go to the off speed on this one. It's gonna fall right off the table. She is comfortable and cruising in the circle for the Philippines.
It's starting to get a little quiet here at the Lower Sussex Little League Complex. Game just behind us on Lions Field, finishing up moments ago. So we are the last game of day number 2. And this one winding down as well. Philippines leading Pennsylvania 8-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. There's strike 1 to Ladril Herodias. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored in this game.
You got it, you got it.
Foul back, Nina Brewster jumps ahead, 1-2 in the count. Just trying to get a quick 1-2-3 inning and try to give Pennsylvania a little spark. Still 2 more pool play games for Pennsylvania if they don't come out on top in this one to make things right. This is driven into the outfield. Jordan cuts it off, and it's a leadoff single for Herodias.
Really good piece of hitting by Lady Herodias. Just going with the pitch that she was given. She got a pitch on the outer half of the plate. You're gonna see it go across the outer half of the plate, but she just lets the ball in deep, hits it where it is, and drives it to the left center gap for a single.
Sheena Joy Pantaria at the plate, watches ball 1. Is ripped, just fouled on the left field line.
I'm almost shocked that we didn't see a sac bunt from the Philippines in this at bat. That just seems to be their go-to, but their bats are starting to heat up a little bit, hitting the ball extremely hard to different parts of the field.
In the air on the right side and just on top of the dugout. Kind of done it in all ways. I mean, they've been behind in the count at times, but even when they're down 0-2, 1-2, still just gritty at bats. This is lifted to left field, carrying back toward the wall. That's going to get down. Herodias had to hold to wait to see if that would fall, so now runners on first and second.
And this ball just continued to carry off the bat of Pantaria. And of course, New Girl finds the ball. We've got Tessa Seeley in left field, and that ball just continued to go back and back and back. And because Herodias thought maybe that was going to be caught, she had to hold up. So only first and second for a ball hit to practically the fence.
Now the double machine. Erica Gonzalez. 4 hits today. 2 of them have been doubles. Had the great pitching performance, complete game win over Brazil. The running total is now up to 127-3. They have outscored opponents since the start of the region tournament.
If I had to pick an MVP so far for the Philippines, I mean, it's hard to pick because everybody's producing, but Erica May Gonzalez is just incredible. We've seen her at first base, pitcher, outfield.
Underneath this one for BB, the infield fly rule in effect, and there's 1 out.
And still, you can see even after that swing, she was frustrated. She knows she's seeing the ball well, was hoping to get a better piece of that ball, but she has been dynamic for them today.
Jax Fontias. She is going to lay down the bunt. This one just goes under the glove over at first. It's a great hustle by Kosinski to dive at the base, but not quite in time.
Bit of a miscue by Dugan at first base. This is a kind of a line drive off the bat, but gets under the glove of Dugan. She was expecting a higher hop, but Kosinski, really good effort to try to get that ball and dive towards first base, just not in time.
Janeri Santos shows bunt and pulls back. That is ball one. The bases loaded. This has been a familiar sight for the Philippines in this game. And for the most part, they have delivered in these spots. That is bounced in there and gets away. The runner will come home, and she is safe. It is 9-0. This is nearly a run rule situation. The two run rules are 15 after 4 and 10 after 5. So the winning run here in the 6th is standing at third base in the form of Sheena Joy Penteria for the Philippines. It is ball 3. There's Penteria over at third. Strike one on the inside corner. Swinging away, pops this up behind the plate, and it will get out of play.
Huge pitch coming here for Pennsylvania as they try to get out of this inning and keep this game alive. Full count here. Need to be able to get an out here if you're Pennsylvania.
Ground ball left side. The runner is coming home. The throw is there, and now a couple runners between the bases. And that's pretty good base running overall. Did not fall for the fake, and now the bases are loaded.
Really smart base running here. Gonna recognize that this ball's hit hard, so she's gotta stop and go back. And then the trail runner knowing that two people cannot be on the back at the same time, so she commits to go back to second base. I think that's a smart call by Mihoki at third base as well, not to waste a throw, knowing that you can't give up that last run.
Relaine Evangelista trying to finish the job here against Pennsylvania. 2-0 count. It does catch the outside corner. Really good spot from Nina Brewster. Two-one pitch, 3-1. Brewster has got to come to Evangelista here, and she does, and gets a swing and a miss. Now it's a full count. Here Pennsylvania, Molly O'Grady behind the plate saying plays at 4. That is high ball 4, and that will do it. for this game. The Philippines win it 10-0 in 6 innings, and an impressive 2 wins for them, making their debut here at the 2026 Senior League Softball World Series.
And we saw it in different ways for the Philippines. 2 back-to-back wins for them with different pitchers on the mound, different people coming in clutch, using a little bit of small ball. We saw some more of their power being shown off as well in this game. They are contenders in this tournament. They are dangerous, especially if you get the pitching performance that you just did out of their pitcher on the mound today. She was incredible.
Here's how it looks now. 4 teams, 2-0. Canada, Michigan, the Philippines, and Delaware are rolling so far. We are back tomorrow, 4 games starting at 5 Eastern, 5 and 8 Eastern on both fields here in Frankfort, Delaware. Things are starting to take shape, and if you're 2-0, you're feeling real good right now. Philippines impressive in their debut. Czechia and Hawaii tomorrow, one of those matchups at 5 Eastern right here on this field. We will see you then. For Ali Shipman, for TJ McGinnis, and our entire crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. We thank you for joining us, and we will see you the rest of the week here in Frankfort, Delaware for the Senior League Softball World Series. Good night, everybody.